And we back. Another segment of NBA talk. I know it's been a minute. I know it's been a minute. Y'all be
Yeah,
all right.
and we here now.
I'm Diddy Knows Ball. I'm here with Chris. And it's a lot to talk about. Um we have the NBA finals coming up later with White Boy Chris. But first we're gonna pop it off. We're gonna talk about the Desmond Bane trading on Orlando Magic because I've been hearing people talking down. People been going crazy. So we gonna address that. But Chris, what's up with you, man? How you been doing, man?
Man, I've been good. You know, keeping track of the finals. WNBA been going off a little bit. All
Oh,
that kind of stuff.
that's crazy. You brought up the WNBA real quick. Caitlin Clark came back. She's immediately dominating. How do you feel about this? Is she the best player? Because we know she's the most popular. But how do you feel when it comes to is she the best player? 'Cause I think the only other person that's in conversation is Asia Wilson, probably, and Nafisa Collier. I'm personally leaning Nafisa Collier. I love her game, and I love the way the Lynx play. But yeah,
It's really hard for me yet to say that Caitlin Clark is better than Nafisa Collier. But man, Caitlin Clark, how you come back your first game, be an undefeated Liberty team, almost get 40-10? That's ridiculous to me.
bro, she was hitting everything. It was to the point where I seen Brianna Stewart. Brianna Stewart was like, man,
Yeah,
but the Liberty ain't no joke, bro. Wasn't they whooping everybody?
yeah. So
So,
I
go
mean,
do win.
it was a good win. They're beating up on the Suns right now. Whatever. So
Oh, the Kinetic. Oof. I ain't gonna stunt. With the WNBA, it's a lot of teams that's hard to watch, bro. The Valkyries, like we barely beating them. Us, the Dallas Wings. When I say us, but
yeah,
the Valkyries, bro, come on, bro. I can't name two people on their team.
Chin,
Kate Martin.
Caitlin
Who?
Chin, or whatever her name, Chin, the Asian girl from UConn. Dang.
Like I said, I can't name two people going to State Valkyries. But say man, WNBA. So, because I think we talked about this a little bit before we went live. I was saying like I don't like the conversation around the WNBA. It's a lot of it's like victim mentality stuff. I don't want to go after my people, but it's a lot of the people of the darker skin tone and of the community, and it's just like say let the white girl do all the heavy lifting, and you come in and get in where you fit in. How have you been feeling how they cover the WNBA? Do you think they covering it in a way that makes it not where you want to watch it? Let's just keep it a book.
WNBA is too much of, oh, we have to pay respects, oh, we have to earn and get in when you fit in, and a lot of the sentiment comes from the players. Now, obviously they know what they have on their hands. They give the Fever a lot of the primetime games. They know Caitlin Clark is their star, so they do cover her. I mean, any media outlet will throw her name into any article or video title in any kind of way to get some more clicks. So, I mean, they know that Caitlin Clark is their shining star, and she pulls in the views. Like, it's just how it is. You can't be mad because somebody else is better and they're not having the same level of impact. That's just not how it works. Sometimes, people gravitate to different things. People happen to gravitate to Caitlin Clark, and she's a really good basketball player. It's like,
So,
yeah,
also, okay, I probably haven't thought about it like that. I guess I have. So she just got her new shoe. Everybody pushing her. Everybody, why would nobody talking about Asia? But you remember when I compared her to Tim Duncan? Tim Duncan wasn't that damn popular with the kids. So it's like, they like the Allen Iverson and Tracy McGrady and
yeah,
Kobe. It's just a different game style. Because Nafisia Collins not going to be popular either. Like, ain't nobody trying to see these little middies, no good cuts at the right time. It is what it's good basketball. Good basketball, people gonna like it. But Caitlin Clark is just exciting.
yeah.
Okay. That yeah. I ain't I ain't think about it like that. So it's like jealousy because I'm better. And you have an argument, say I am better. But damn. Better don't just lead to popularity automatically. You
Better don't
feel me?
lead to popularity. Better doesn't necessarily mean you should get covered. You should get covered more. Obviously, we should be talking about the interesting storylines going on in WNBA when a team is playing well and stuff. But also, we know how the WNBA is covered, or how sports in general are kind of covered. Like they're covering what they know is going to bring in views and what they know is going to bring in clicks. People still talk about LeBron and the Lakers, and they've been out the playoffs for months now.
Yeah.
So
Hey, Nafisa, Asia, y'all better go pull some weave or something. We'll talk about you. But y'all games just not that exciting. I like it. Chris like it. We like basketball. And I think we're gonna talk about the finals later. But this NBA finals, this is for basketball fans. This ain't for Twitter and for the world. If you gotta really, really be in the weeds about basketball to like Pacers versus Thunder, and I'm loving it. So I think it's the same thing with Nafisa Collier. Nafisa Collier, great basketball player. Asia was a great basketball player, but it's like, man, you
yeah,
gotta know to know, and that's okay too.
yeah.
But okay, that's enough. Hey, Angel Reese. Before we move on, Angel Reese, what she get at the BT Awards?
It's like Sportswoman of the Year or something like that. Something like that. I can't remember exactly, but
Can I get a real take from you,
they just gave that to her.
bro? She has not gotten better.
If we're being honest, she hasn't done more than even Nafisa Collier has done more than her as far as being a basketball player and helping the WNBA. She's helped the WNBA get them more money, get them better or trying to get them better contracts, helping starting leagues and getting them paid. She's done way more for basketball, for sports, than technically Angel Reese has. Angel Reese has been a figure in sports.
She's a bit. She ain't been. Come on, let's stop. Let's stop it, bro. She been hanging with rappers. Like she's been. Like she's more of the hip hop
She
community,
got
bro.
that, man. She got that trip dub.
She did have a triple double. She did have a triple double the other day, but she still was like 2 for 9, 2 for 7, something like that from the field. That I don't care who you are. I don't care women or men. It's a certain field goal percentage you cannot have if you was a post player or a big man. It just is what it is. It is what it is. But we not gonna kill Angel Reese.
Yeah,
I probably
I ain't gonna kill her. I ain't gonna kill her. Like she play her own way and she's still good. Like she's good,
yeah,
but it's just like you could
role
be
player.
a lot better.
You could be a popular role player. You could be a superstar role player. Aaron Gordon is a damn good player. Like she gotta just embrace. Hey, I'm the best rebounder in the WNBA. I can pass. I can play defense, and they need to get her. Haley Van Lith need to play more for sure,
Mhm.
and they just need dynamic perimeter players. Maybe trade Camila Cardoso because that's not working. Neither one of them can shoot. Can't. Come on, bro. It's basketball. Y'all just can't be clogging the paint together.
Yeah, if you're gonna go double big, you got to dominate in the
Yes.
and that's not what they do.
Neither one of them even does either one of them even average over 16 points? Either one of them? I don't think so. But okay,
All right, yeah,
shout out injuries, you beautiful, but work on your layup package. Desmond Bane to the Orlando Magic. I
mm,
was surprised people was shitting. Kind of, I ain't gonna say shit on it. People was talking down on this trade a little bit, like give it Arenas. Some people just like on the Twitter. I was just looking around. A lot of people didn't like it. The people I respect like it. But what's your initial thoughts?
my initial thoughts were you called this or you've been pounding the table for this. You've been saying that the Magic should trade for Bane, and so when it popped up on my phone, I was like, when he get a GM job? But nah, like, hey, I like the deal. Now, when I saw that they gave up 4 first round picks, was I a little taken aback? Yes. But
Mhm.
in reality, I don't think it necessarily matters. Like, I think the team that they have now is really good. They gave up Cole Anthony and KCP. You're not missing that much.
Speak on it.
You gave up Cole Anthony and KCP. You freed up more minutes for Anthony Black, who will get better and progress. That's what you're banking on, and Desmond Bane. That's what you're adding. So I really don't see like the disconnect. I understand the picks are it's 4 picks, but like be realistic and like the picks are not going to probably convey or be very good if the Magic are good going forward. The best one, I think they got I can't remember, was it New Orleans Suns? Somebody, they got somebody else's pick. I can't remember exactly. And that was
Mhm.
that's a good one. But other than that, I really think that the Magic, they're going all in. They're making the right move to set themselves up to be competitive in the East. Because hey, think about this: Boston is hurt. Boston is down to Tatum. It's technically kind of wide open again, minus dang my brother. Uh
Bro.
straight. It's technically still kind of wide open outside of the Knicks, Pacers. Like, but you add Desmond Bain to that nice young Magic core, who is actually a top 4 seed almost halfway through the season before they started getting hurt. Come on now, come on.
Sorry for the camera. I was trying to find this layout. That was absolutely completely unprofessional, and that was very ugly of me. I was trying, but
Nah, that was good. You good?
I'm with you because the picks. You mentioned the picks. That was the biggest thing to me. How many picks do you need when you already have your core? You remember when I went over the core for 8 to skate? You need 8 players that can play. You need 4 core players, and then you need 4 additional players that support those 4 core players. The
Yeah,
4 core players right now for the Orlando Magic is literally one of the best four. Chris, Jalen Suggs, all NBA defender at your point guard. Desmond Bain. And people can say what they want about Desmond Bain. Kentavious Caldwell Pope was one of the worst starters in the NBA, especially even in the playoffs. Dude shot 26% from the field in the playoffs. Dude got 5 points a game. You telling me I replaced that? I've been complaining about Caldwell Pope ever since the Magic got him. You replace that with Desmond Bain, a guy who gets you 25 and 5 on any given night, and you pair him with Franz and Paolo, and then you have multiple centers. So you got this the best. This one of the best core fours in basketball, especially the East. So
yeah.
you got Suggs, Bane, Franz, and Paolo, who we are not even talking about. Paolo and Franz could take another leap. They never had shooting. Then you had Anthony Black coming off the bench, maybe Jet Howard pop, maybe the Silver pop. You still got Bataze, you got Mo Wagner. You literally still like 8, 9, 10 deep.
Yeah,
How many like where's these picks go even find playing time?
exactly. Like, be for real. I understand talent is talent. You can always use talent. You eventually you may have to pay guys and stuff like that. But I even said, I think I said, if it comes down to it, you can still move Suggs, Franz, Black, somebody, and
Mm-hmm.
recoup your picks. Like, I'm sure you can. I mean, yeah,
Yes.
you could recoup what you lost and be just fine.
My thing is man, who's better, Mikal Bridges or Desmond Bay?
Desmond Bay.
Didn't what wasn't Mikal Bridges' price even higher than this?
Yeah, he was 5 picks.
Like what are we doing here? And then my thing is, I get it for the picks. Like I wouldn't want like the Portland Trailblazers to do a deal like this because you'd be like, damn, Desmond Bain, that's not enough.
Yeah,
But this is the Magic saying and recognizing Paolo as the guy, Franz as the second guy. If we get a third guy, we could, bro. We damn near could. This is the Orlando Magic. This is more of a what do I call it? A faith move in terms of I believe in Paolo, I believe in Franz, and I
mhm.
believe in the rest of our core guys because it's like, man, I think we could do it with this. We just needed a third guy who could shoot because we ain't never Corey Joseph, Chris. And all you gave up to bring in Desmond Bain was Cole Anthony and KCP in terms of what we actually gave up. Them other the picks, that's hypotheticals. It's hypotheticals. I love the trade.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Like I think it's a great trade. I think it still gives you have the flexibility to recoup your losses if it goes awry. But really, realistically, like you said, the Orlando Magic are betting that Paolo Franz, Bane, you got to keep Suggs is good enough.
You
And
got to keep Anthony Black.
Anthony Black is still there. Like Jonathan Isaac is still there.
Mo, what? Bro, I
Mo
can name like 9 dudes.
Kate is still there. What's his name? God dang it.
The
Jed
Silver.
Howard is still there. Tristan DeSilva. That's what I was trying to think of. Tristan DeSilva is still there. Like,
So,
be for
so
real.
you wouldn't even been able to find. You wouldn't even say, man, you didn't have no room for no picks anyway. This was a great trade. Now that we done kind of talked, you didn't have no room for no picks. They weren't going to play. Nobody from this draft class, they would be pick 16 or 17. They wouldn't have got to play. I wanted them to get Jace Richardson. I was hoping and praying on the star, like, hey man, maybe they could draft Jace. They ended up with Desmond damn Bane, man. Man, people better stop playing. I believe the Orlando Magic have a better chance of making the Eastern Conference Finals next year than losing in the first round again.
Oh yeah. Long as they're healthy going into it. Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna speak on the Pacers because it'll be so disrespectful. They'd have been the 2 conference finals, now they in the finals. But man, they better than the Pacers, whatever. But I ain't gonna say it.
You
Yes,
get
yes,
it's hard
yes.
to say that.
Yes. I told you those. You get beat like that in the first game of game 1 of the playoffs. They lost by like 50. That was a point of no return.
Yeah. I was like, you don't necessarily need to run this back to know. They're not, I mean, especially out west, they're never going to be like top contenders. They're good. They're always going to be pretty good, but not top contenders. I don't think.
I did have this question for you. Was it a mistake getting rid of Bane before Jackson or Ja? I feel like Bane was really the most stable piece in Memphis. There, I said it. There, I said it. I felt like Desmond Bane was the most stable piece for the Memphis Grizzlies, and he should have been the one they kept. There, I said it. So, oh
People
well.
didn't like his playoff performance.
None of them dudes play good. 50. That ain't just Desmond Bane. But keep going, my bad.
I'm just saying.
What's that? I'm. Oh no, nah, nope. We finna do it. Let's go. Look this up. Because this was the yeah. But now let's go and look this up. Oh, I guess I'm sure this. uh, now, yeah, I'm gonna go there, man. Because his play that amazing, but it was bad for all of them. So, is this on the screen?
Yeah, it's on screen. You good?
Okay, Memphis. Whoa, the playoffs? Scottie Pippen Jr. led them in scoring.
I don't know why you surprised. Scottie Pippen Jr. played great.
No, you can't blame it. Bro. Jaren Jackson was terrible. Oh, we even voted him one of the worst starters in the come on, man. 5 rebounds, 16, 5, and 1. I'll give him 2. 16, 5, and 2. Desmond Bane was 15, 7, and 3. He didn't play good.
He didn't
Ja
play.
Morant, he didn't play good. It's like they all suck together. Shout out Scottie Pippen. And he even sucked. He was shooting 38% and 36% from 3. They sucked as a team, bro. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. But y'all know who really sucked? Let's do this. Kentavious Caldwell goddamn Pope.
Yeah. Well, I bet the Magic were rejoicing getting him off their team.
Look at these were his playoff games, Chris. Game 1, 6 points. 2 for 4 from 3. Oh, well, that's not bad. But 6 points, 3 points, 0 points, 8 points, 8 points. 33% from the field, over 3, 1 for 9. That nigga was garbage, man. He was garbage. So man. I like the trade. Dude averaged 5 points in the playoffs, man, as a starter. 33 minutes a game.
Problem, man.
How Halliburton played, he played like that every game of the playoffs. How Halliburton,
This is KCP though.
but
This
I'm
is
just
KC.
saying.
Yeah, this KCP though.
But then what was he talking about? I just come on, we just not gonna do that though.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, you give up uh getting rid of KCP and Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony, he had his moments.
No, but I'm saying you were saying Desmond Bane play bad, and people was talking down on him. They
Yeah,
all sucked. But I'm saying you don't feel like Desmond Bane was the most, to me, he was the most solid player on Memphis, man. When they made the only playoff run they made when they got out the first round, Desmond Bane was the guy. John Morant was hurt.
and he held them down for the most part during the regular season when he was there.
Yes.
No, yeah, he's stable for sure. I like the
I'm not saying he's better. I'm not saying he's better.
no,
I'm yeah,
but yeah,
stable.
he's a good piece. And hot take, he'll probably make his first All Star team. I gotta check the guards out east, but he has a good chance of making his. Well, hold on, he already got 2 All-Stars on his team.
Yeah, you might be reaching on that, Chris. But
I
would you
think about it.
am I tripping for saying Desmond Bane? If I would have kept anybody of those three, I would have started with Bane. Or is that just too? That's not sexy enough.
It's not sexy, You everybody's gonna say start with Jaw. You are not crazy though for saying that.
Okay. Because now what do Memphis do now? Get 4 Danny Wolves?
I don't know what Memphis's plan is. I don't know if they're trying to use these picks and aggregate and get somebody else. I don't really know what their plan is because they've almost cemented themselves into that purgatory, that middle ground. At this point, you're not contending, but you're not going to suck as long as Jaw and
No.
and Jackson are
No,
playing.
they're gonna be terrible. No, they're gonna be terrible. Neither
Okay.
one of those dudes gonna play enough. I literally said Desmond Bane was the most stable because he was going to be the one that played the games. He was the one that's go. Oh, I'm gonna be here. Okay, either Ja out or Jaren Jackson Jr. out, damn near at all times. Bane was the stable and presence for that team. Ja and Jaren Jackson gonna be in and out the lineup next year. All next year, they both gonna be in and out the lineup. Neither one of them dudes is stable. And Jaren Jackson has foul trouble issues. Jaren Jackson, his brain is fried, man. That's what I'm just gonna say about Ja Morant. But he's good, but he's injury prone, and I just question his decision making. So get rid of them too. I'm not keeping Ja or Jared Jackson if I'm them, man. Jared Jackson, I wouldn't even want him in the playoffs. That shit sounded cool until we seen it. No, it's dead, Chris. Nope.
Praising Jaren Jackson during the regular season, but I guess it's a different beast in the playoffs.
Yes, that was terrible. You didn't give me nothing. You was out here putting up bad shooting guard stats, and you wasn't. Come on, bro. You not rebounding. You not rebounding. You damn near. You 6'11". I can't trust you to rebound, not foul. He was a worse version of Cat. He was like the worst possible version of Cat. I don't want to go nowhere near that. I'm sorry. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
I know you make valid points. It's just I don't know. Yeah, you make valid points. That's all I can say.
I don't. Now I'm thinking we talking about it because I didn't even think about Memphis side of things. They're a cook, bro. I don't trust Ja Morant or Jaren Jackson. I trusted Desmond Bane a little bit. He would get into it, getting on Santi Aldama ass and getting into it with KD and all that. He was frustrated. I say, man, Desmond Bane is free. I'm happy. Anything else on this? Because I don't see where Memphis goes from here. I would blow it up completely. GG.
Yeah, I don't know. Unless Scottie Pippen step up, you think he can step up? It don't matter. But I think Scottie Pippen is good. He's on a great contract.
Bottom 5 or bottom 10 worst team in the league next year. Memphis Grizzlies.
Bottom 5 or bottom 10? Ah,
Mm-hmm. What do you think for how it is now? You just got John Jared Jackson. Let's say best case scenario. How do you think they fare?
And they fired their coach. Maybe a shocking bottom five team. Yeah.
I'm telling you. I'm
But I
telling you.
don't know. It really depends on John and Jaren Jackson playing. I think those two playing it helps. Not help them be contenders, but it helps them not be a bottom team. But yeah, I think they're a bottom team. Their team's getting better. Yeah, I don't know.
Jai and Jaren ain't scaring me, bro. He got, man, y'all go. Hey, hey, who we got? Man, we got John Jaren tonight. Man, all right.
All
They
right.
too flawed for me, bro. All right. It sounded good when it was John Jaren and Bane. That shit just as a duo. I'm sorry, that ain't getting it. Okay, trade grades. I'm gonna start because I've been thinking about it. I give it an A minus for the Orlando Magic, just because Desmond Bain. Hey, you just gotta prove it before I just handing out A's. Memphis C plus. At least you got a lot of picks, but they all gonna be kind of garbage outside that Suns pick. I think.
No, I can't do that. Memphis got 4 picks. That's 4 picks. They got a top 16 pick this year, and they got a Suns pick next year. Like goodness, I'll be jumping for joy at that. Oh, I can't just say that's a C plus. I give Memphis a B plus, and I think I might roll with you on the A minus for Orlando. I really like the trade for Orlando. I might give it a B plus. I might give him
Man,
minus Memphis, B plus Orlando for the amount of picks. I don't know.
the pick shit so overrated. This is gonna be a good team. All them damn picks they getting from Orlando gonna be in the 20s. The other picks is probably like the highest one, the lowest one is like 16 probably. But nigga, if you get a 16, what are the chances of the 16th pick being good?
I mean,
Like, let's stop it. Y'all kidding. And I
some
love the draft. I
you know,
love the draft.
this draft. You think this draft is a draft you want to be talking about? Oh well,
Yeah, this draft is kind of. I was thinking about it. I'm not excited for this. I'm not excited for this.
nah, bro. You was excited. You was
I
like,
was.
you
And
was like,
then the college basketball season played out. These dudes is mid, man.
none of
They,
these dudes mid, bro.
Cooper Flag is good. Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey might be in. Dylan Harper is good. You have two players. It's only two players I can see making an All NBA team out this draft.
You,
Anybody else would absolutely shock me. Who? Who?
I like VJ Edgecombe. You can say all you want. VJ Edgecombe can make it.
I liked VJ Edgecombe too until he spent his first 2 months at Baylor sucking.
Not gonna knock the dude because he came in.
I'm going to knock the dude.
He had a transitionary period in Baylor. He's still a good player.
He might make a couple All-Star teams in his career. All NBA potential is like how many of these dudes you think could be a top 15, top 20 player? You see, you go stick your neck out there for VJ, go ahead. But I'm saying Dylan Harper and I'm saying Cooper Flag, bro. Shoot.
Maluak,
Who?
Maluak,
Man, you see, man, say dog. Run and jump, man. This dude is going to say, man.
7 foot Giannis.
Man, that dude is like he closer to Mark Williams than Giannis. Say, bro, you say, dog. Why'd you even bring Giannis up? That's so disrespectful.
All right,
Yeah,
you got that.
okay.
Save it for the draft show next week, y'all. We gonna save it for the draft show next week.
Oh, okay, yeah, my bad. We can go through a couple things real quick.
Say that. Oh, anything else I had?
Mhm.
Let's get into this KG stuff.
Mhm.
He's gonna get traded. It's very clear that he's going to get traded. It looks like he's either trying to facilitate himself to a state with no state income tax, which is kind of smart, or I don't know, He wants to go. The list I've seen: San Antonio, Houston, Miami Heat. Now, why you would want to go to Miami, I have no idea. You're not winning over there.
What? You don't think they? Say, bro, they would have action.
They would have action, but I'm really not going. I don't know. I still would like the
They would
Magic.
have to trade. They would have to trade.
Yeah, they got to trade.
Oh yeah, no, my Miami can't afford to give nothing up.
That's what I'm saying.
What? It depends on what they would give up. Hold on, hold on, stay right here with this Miami. Hold on. Let's just play through this. If you give up, let's say, if you can keep Tyler Hero and Bam,
I'm not trading
I
none
would
of
do it.
KD. I'm not trading
Huh?
Tyler Hero. I'm not trading Bam.
Yeah.
Not trading. I'd want to keep Ware. Those are my three must keeps if I'm the Miami Heat.
So would you be willing to give up Andrew Wiggins and some stuff?
Yeah. Andrew
So what would
Wiggins,
be the problem?
Jaime Jaquez.
So who would be the problem?
You think that's enough to the what left over after that is enough to be winning? Don't you have a? I think he has a better shot in Houston. I think he has a better shot in San Antonio.
I like Houston, but stop it. This San Antonio. I don't want to talk about San Antonio till they at least make a play in, bro. I want to see it. I,
Bro, they didn't. They Fox and Wimby.
both losers. They're both. I love Fox. I love Fox, but that man ain't did nothing either, man. Wimby, he's had some of the most historically bad San Antonio Spurs teams. Let's stop this. And he got to get healthy. I'm not going to pencil Wimby in for nothing. I'm sorry. This is the age of parity. Anybody is a great player, which he's on pace to be, and he has the potential to be. But that's not guaranteeing nothing. It's no longer the days. Oh, we got a top 5 player. We can make it. You seen the Pacers running through this. Come on, man. And they ain't got no top. They ain't got a top 10, 15 player. This is about teams.
Who?
Fox and Wimby. What? What are you talking about?
Wimby not a top 15 player. DJ B for
No, I'm saying the Pacers made it to a
oh,
finals without that.
my bad.
This is about teams and team building. I don't see the team building yet for San Antonio. So until I see a viable team, I don't want to hear about Fox. I don't want to hear about Wimby. You add Wimby, and KD, and Fox, man. I gotta see it. I
Like
gotta see it.
Wimby done shaved his head. He running around and at the Shaolin
See,
Temple and all this. You know, he about to take his game to the next level.
that nigga, bro, he is weird as Kareem was. He the modern day Kareem because they was saying Kareem was weird doing all that stuff too. You seen Winning Time when Kareem was running around doing all that?
Yeah,
Yeah, that didn't want to be weird like that, man.
yeah.
But but I,
Nah,
I think I think the Heat would be better than the
then
Spurs.
Spurs.
Yes, bad. Yes, bro.
Who you?
Better role players.
That offense is disgusting.
Now with KD and now Tyler Hero. KD and Tyler Hero can do some stuff. And bam, everybody will fall to they bam the three. They fall actually pretty good in that slot. Maybe that's a hot take. Houston is the best fit for him though.
Yeah, Houston's the best fit, and I feel like you could give. Oh no, we lost Jalen Green. Okay, like you could give up Jalen Green. I don't think that would be too much of a problem. Jalen Green. If I'm Phoenix, I'm demanding Whitmore. Like you just got to give me Whitmore.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, even still, the Rockets adding KD really helps them. They were a second seed with a bunch of young guys running and playing defense, and they didn't have a go-to scorer. They was asking Fred Van Vliet to close some games for them. That tells you all you need to know.
So name those guys again that you had to give up because I for sure you said Cam Whitmore,
Jalen Green,
Jalen Green. Okay, yes, those two. No offense, because I love Cam Whitmore, but he can get his ass out of here. He don't play. Jalen Green, I don't trust him, so he can get out of here. So that's two. Okay.
and whatever else you got to do to make it fit, make the numbers. Yeah, if I could give up I could give up Fred Van Vliet to some people.
Fred VanVleet, Cam Whitmore, Jalen Green. I like it.
I don't know how the numbers work. Van Vliet got that fat contract, but
KD do too.
That's why I say KD do too. So make
I
it
don't
work.
know. Make I was just gonna say the untouchables for me.
Yes, let's
I
talk
think
about.
I think of course you got to start with Amin Thompson, untouchable. Then I think Sengun ain't an untouchable for me, but just how they built right now, I would keep him.
Yeah,
Jabari Smith, people underrate Jabari Smith, bro. I think he has superstar role player potential. If not, probably a he ain't they nobody ever gives him the ball. Even seen going back to his Auburn days in college, nobody ever just gives him the ball. Like you have to feed him, but it is what it is. So I think he's an underrated part of this. Tari Eason, I think
yeah,
Tari Eason is another close, untouchable player. You add some scoring to that little core right there I just named, man.
yeah.
And
I agree.
KD is just a stopgap though.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
like,
I'm very interested to see, you know, what kind of moves will be made this offseason. Apparently, there's going to be some big moves made. We'll see, you know. But I think KD is the first domino that will fall. And wherever he goes, it'll kind of lay out what the offseason will be like. And him going to Houston really is exciting in the West. I think he can really help them, giving them that go-to scorer that they do need. And you just surround him with guys who can be relentless on defense. Like, my goodness, how does he fit in with Shingun? I don't know exactly. Do you want to see him in?
he can deal with Sengun.
Yeah, I mean, Katie's like a plug and play player.
He can fit in with all of them guys.
He
The
fit
thing is, how healthy can he stay? And he still at least score on the same level that he did last year?
Yeah,
And can they afford to, even if he drops a little bit off as a scorer, would that still be enough? You gotta understand, bro. What they was like second in the West? They were second in the West, wasn't they? I'm pretty
second
sure
in
they
the
was
West.
without nobody. I didn't trust nobody on that damn team offensively. Nobody.
Mm-mm.
And they couldn't beat the Warriors. That Warriors team, I don't care what nobody said. That Warriors team's ass, bro. They couldn't beat the Warriors, man.
Yeah,
Uh, I don't know. You just add some scoring. Just give me some scoring. I need can somebody give me consistently 24 at least? Like that. That's basically what we hoping for with the KD. Because it's like at the very worst, KD giving me 25 a game.
yeah,
And consistently every night. They didn't have that. I just want to see what that looks like. So just and I think KD's a stopgap. So we could see what everybody else around him will look like in case we get somebody else. Like what if Donovan Mitchell become available? What if like whoever else becomes available and
yeah,
they put them net KD's he ain't gonna solve your problems, he ain't gonna win you no championship. I think they'll just you bringing him in just to see what everything looks like with an actual score that we never had.
yeah.
Like a
Which I mean,
trial. Hmm.
yeah, they need to because Jalen Green proved that he can be it, and I don't have time to keep waiting on him.
Yeah, we already said he was gonna be it. Chris said he probably about 5 to 10 minutes. Do we have anything else? Just was like there any gossipy stuff? You know what I mean?
Uh,
You
I don't want to. I don't know if I'm getting Centel. Anthony, he don't. KD don't want to go to Minnesota, where I think it's
know,
interesting, but um,
do he really fit in Minnesota like that to you?
I don't think it's worth Minnesota doing.
Minnesota just they. I'm trying to phrase this carefully. Minnesota has good players. They have hard nosed players. They have tough players. They have guys with confidence. But say, man, you need some. Can we get 2 or 3 more players with basketball IQ over in Minnesota, please? Just like 2 or 3 people that could make the right play at the right time, maybe.
Yeah,
Like, say, man, that's a high caliber AAU team, bro. Let's just keep it up. It's a high caliber AAU team, man.
I guess.
Who are the smart players on Minnesota? Like basketball. I'm not saying like these dudes are idiots, but I'm saying in terms of basketball IQ, playing high level playoff basketball in the conference finals and finals. I don't think they have high IQ players. Am I crazy?
Chenzo,
Mm,
McDaniels, and
you would consider them high IQ. They highest IQ players, Mike Conley, who can't walk. Mike Conley is, bro, say, dog, the
it's
Brook Lopez of point guards, man. He's the Brook Lopez of point guards, bro. I've seen him run around out there and like he's. They need a point guard. They need more high level. They need just more high IQ players, man. That's all. Like KD is cool, but they don't. I don't think they need scoring. Jaden McDaniels was coming up. I like Julius Randle with them. He needs to play harder on defense, but the Julius Randle and the Anthony Edwards thing is start coming along, and then Jaden Daniels emerged. Jaden McDaniels can consistently be that third guy. I like that core. Nas Reed if they can keep him. Nikhil Alexander Walker if they can keep him. I like those. How many did I name? Is that four or five? Like you got Ant, Randall, McDaniels, Nas Reed, Nikhil. That's the only six I like right now. DiVincenzo. So that's seven. So you got seven guys. You got seven guys. Bring in a point guard. Go get a point guard that's smart, man. Please. What happened to? Yeah, he don't fit that. I'm sorry, he don't fit that. He dudes be trying to get buckets on. They got too many people that they don't got nobody that want
look,
high IQ players.
Kentucky guard, you can do something for me.
Offensively, he ain't trying to. That's the other thing with Minnesota.
This may be a topic for another time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a good segment on Minnesota. You touched up on this a little bit, so this may be a topic for another time. But you was talking about the parity in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that affects how we look at things and how we judge things with all this parity in the NBA?
I think it's just gonna be more fun. Now it's gonna become more about the basketball. Like Pacers and the Thunder right now, you can say it's about the basketball. And now we're gonna have to put basketball at the forefront because it's not only just two teams that you think can win a championship. We got to legit talk about a 7 to 8 really good team.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna have to talk about them. We're gonna have to still talk about the Cavs. We're gonna have to still talk about the teams that have 8 to 10 guys that can play, and 2 or 3 guys that are stars or superstar level. I think parity is good. The only thing is we're going to start having to it's not going to be a lot of NBA 75 and top 50 players come out of this because that dominance breeds that. Is nobody I think that's going to rack up 3, 4, 5 rings.
Okay.
Nobody getting back to backs and 3-peats.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Does that, in your opinion, diminish like this ring culture talk, this rings in general in the parity era?
No.
Okay.
You know what happens if you got parity and you got a couple people that got championships in the era? That's a different level. Because you got to think about it. Man, Giannis got a ring. If SGA get a ring, man, SGA got a ring. I'm having to beat players who have been there and done that now. So now I might just have one, but that shit was hard. With Dirk, and he's like, man, his ring is so respected because he ain't beat no scrubs. So yeah, if Luka get a ring, if SGA get a ring, Tatum got a ring, Ant get a ring, we look at the Tim Duncans, the Kobe's and stuff like that. But they finna knock a lot of people out that at that other epsilon who ain't got the rings. Like James Harden, you have to go sit down. Allen Iverson, you cool, buddy, but go on back there.
I mean,
we're gonna start looking at the individual awards more, like the MVPs, like you get to racking up the MVPs and stuff. Okay. Like the championship, that's gonna still be on the resume. But
do you think I don't agree with. I don't think so. I don't even know why I was about to ask this. I was gonna say, do you think parity with NBA championships may cause more importance on in-season tournament championships?
Nobody who's won the in-season tournament even made it out the first round. So,
Yeah, I just don't think it
so
matters.
it's like until somebody make the in-season tournament, until somebody gets like the triple crown or the double crown, I guess you would say,
Yeah,
it's not gonna matter. Until somebody wins the in-season tournament and then win the championship, it's not gonna matter until then.
they weren't the. Was it the Thunder that was in the finals for it though?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
they got curb stomped by
yeah.
Milwaukee, so they could have been the first. That would have been actually that would have boosted this championship. They didn't get it done. So whoever wins the first,
It it would have made like their season looks even that much more dominant. I mean, they were a 68 win team. They were a great defensive team, but having that extra notch or that extra little, and we won the in season tournament, it was like we was just a dominant team.
and it would have took that to establish the in-season tournament too. Like
Yeah,
it kind of matters now because we don't won this and the championship,
yeah.
and it was only the second one, right?
It's only a second.
So
So
so that would have terms of that talk. So we got about a couple more years before everybody be like, man, the in-season tournament shit ain't shit. If don't nobody in the next 3 years win the in-season tournament and the championship, it's not gonna the in-season tournament not gonna matter. That was good. That was good. You know,
okay, I didn't know if it was pointless or not to think about, but yeah.
because what else was I finna say? Because I was because Tatum, yeah, she has a championship, but it's gonna be like, bro, you didn't win conference finals MVP or finals MVP. You see, that's how we go separate him from SGA. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm. Okay.
White boy,
Yo,
What's up?
man. I told you about the Pacers, dog.
you said
Let's
what?
get into it. Let's get into the finals. He said, let's
Well,
stop
hold on.
running,
What you say?
bro. Halliburton was a front runner who depends on his role players and steals their credit.
Oh, I mean, say man.
Nah, you can't say oh now.
No,
Now is
I'm
oh.
not. I'm not on that level as you with it. Like, I mean, yeah, he come and make the clutch shot, so I see why you would say that. But it's like, I don't know. I mean, it's like at the end of the day, we still like, yeah, he be having the big moments, but we know who the best player's been on that team. Like real ones know who the best player's been on that team. Like it's no debate. Like yeah, he's the one that's he's the light skin that's just gonna that looks good for the camera. Because I'm sorry, nobody wants to look at Pascal Siakam's ugly ass.
Pascal, Pascal Siakam.
If we gonna keep it above Pascal Siakam, he's a baller, he a hooper, but I don't want to see that face as my face of my franchise.
Man, hot take. Pascal Siakam becomes a top 5 power forward if he wins this chip championship.
Oh, stop it. That is absolutely egregious work,
That's
bro.
not egregious at all, and I'll back it up.
That nigga ain't better than Rashard Lewis, man.
Now you
No,
tripping, dog.
I'm just playing.
Nah.
But I did want to say this because I don't think the thing with Siakam, bro. What's they gonna have an NBA 100? Y'all think they gonna do the NBA 100? They say he get a championship, he
Yeah,
might
they're gonna
make
do a
that.
100.
He might make that. That's what's on the that's what's on the line for him, man.
He gonna be a
I mean,
2-time.
if he were to get another chip with the Indiana Pacers and get a Finals MVP, I definitely think he can be in the conversation with top 100 because there's a lot of dudes in there that just got accolades but no chips. And I understand he ain't been on all NBA teams all year. I don't know shit. I'm pretty
He
sure
been on a few All
I know he's been
NBA.
on a few of them, but I'm talking about like how you just got some of them dudes that don't got chips. Like Melo got multiple, Harden got multiple, Westbrook got multiple. Then, but even with Harden and Westbrook, they both got MVPs, so it's like they just kind of automatically gonna be on there. But I think if he gets a chip with Indiana, I feel like he's clearly gonna be the Finals MVP. I mean, shit, we saw he just won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. He would have won Finals MVP if they would have won. I mean, he's the best player on the Patriots. The only way
Yep.
that Tyrese Halliburton would have won is just by popular vote, and ain't nobody really watching the games.
Yeah.
So, okay, I can agree with that. The NBA 100, but even if he don't win it right now, I still think he gonna be
He still got time.
borderline. Yeah. So, my
He
thing
still
is,
got time.
I think the biggest storyline here, it has to be Tyrese Halliburton was getting more credit than he deserved. This was one of the worst games I done seen somebody that was a so-called star player play, and they damn near won. And I've been telling you all about TJ McConnell
I
this
don't know,
whole time.
bro. I really don't think he's because if he was getting more credit than he deserved, he would have got that conference finals MVP. So that's why I feel like that right there kind of
No,
debunk what you're
I'm
saying.
talking about by
Is
the media.
that is true.
I mean, shit,
We
I'm
know,
not gonna hold
we
you. I
know.
mean, the media is so back and forth with him, bro. It's like when he does them shots, okay, they covering for the shots, but it's like you do have them that do. I mean, because ESPN shit come across everybody's timeline, and everybody else that got a podcast and want to talk. I do hear people that they give him his credit on making the shot when it needs to be made, but they do also point out the other 46 minutes of the game. It's like that shit can't be ignored. It's like, yeah, you came in and did what you were supposed to do when it was supposed to happen, but then it's like, nigga, like I said, we appreciate it, but we gonna go back, we gonna look at that box score, and we gonna see who the real nigga was on the team, which is exactly why he didn't get that MVP. And I mean,
But
you seen it. Everybody seen it on his face.
then
He thought he was gonna get his name called just based off of heroics alone. That's the only way he was gonna win that shit last series. But
everybody say he don't play because he don't
Real was
play
doing what they
selfish.
was doing, and the
I think
right
he's
person got the Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
okay. That's cool. Do y'all think he's selfish though? Because yeah, did y'all hear his last press conference where Rick Carlisle? Well, he said he talked. Rick Carlisle talked first, then he talked. Rick Carlisle said he insisted he come back in the game where T.J. McConnell was killing Tyrese Halliburton.
I feel that on as you want to try to say Tyrese Halliburton was selfish, but at the same time, dog, I feel people that want to blame Halliburton, but that's you got to put a little bit more onus on Carlisle, bro. You got to put a little bit more of that. At the end of the day, nigga, like yeah, your player can tell you all you want to, but nigga, at the end of the day, you can snatch that nigga if you want to. What he gonna do? Tell you no? No, he gonna come sit his ass down.
So we all agree T.J. McConnell should have played.
He should have
Kept
played
playing.
more. He should have played. If T.J. McConnell, I don't see because I don't mind if Tyrese was in the game, but he shouldn't have been in there as much. You know what I'm saying? Because as he's in it, like yeah, you're facilitating and you're doing stuff for others, but you're still turning the ball over and making just goofy mistakes. So it's like now I have to look at it like, okay, your little couple assists here and there is not going to do me better than what TJ McConnell's been doing because, like, really, bro, they've been disrespecting that nigga. They want to keep leaving. They keep wanting to leave that nigga open a 3-point line. Guess what? He gonna shoot that motherfucking pistol.
And Chris, did you see Chris's message in the group chat? He said, "Oh, they got T.J. McConnell. They'll be all right." T.J. McConnell accounted for 18 goddamn points in the third quarter.
I said that.
Chris was disrespecting McConnell.
I try to be and I said this dude killing it. He don't bring it back.
So
and that's what I'm saying. TJ McConnell definitely should have got a lot more minutes in the fourth quarter. I mean, and then it's like like I said, I'm gonna put more onus on the coach because at the end of the day, you tell his ass to come sit down, he's gonna come sit his ass down. Because it's like, yeah, Tyrese. I mean, at the end of the day, that's the kind of mindset that I would expect anybody that I'm rooting for to have. Like, nah, nigga, try to play. But as a coach, if you see that he's doing you more bad than good, pull his ass.
Okay.
I get all that. Yeah, they got it within 5, but that don't mean leave him out there because he didn't do nothing to get y'all there.
Facts. Okay. The Pacers, are they dead in the water, or do y'all still think they got a chance? And then we got to talk about OKC side.
I think Pacers.
I think they got a chance to win Game 6, but I don't. I think they have a chance to make it interesting and take it to 7 games. But it's real hard for me to say that they can win 2 games in a row right now. It's real hard for me to say they can win 2 games in a row.
Okay. Chris, what
Yeah,
you
I never
saying?
see them winning 2 games in a row. I can see them winning next game for sure.
because it's in
I have a
Indiana.
too, but yeah, I can see them winning in Indiana.
Y'all too nice. It's over.
They
It's
play
over,
better
man.
in Indiana. I mean, it's just a
I
fact.
that sound good. That shit over, bro.
Niggas,
The
I'm saying if let's because I'm just the only reason why I'm saying is this last
y'all
game
too
really
nice.
could have been won by these niggas, bro. Even
Yeah,
with Tyrese Halliburton playing as shitty as he did, they could have won the game if they just made simple changes as far as sitting his ass down.
Man, that
They can still be beat.
the game they wasn't finna win that game.
DJ, you telling
TJ
so
McConnell
you
turned
telling
into
me if
goddamn
you telling
Chris
me
Paul.
hold on,
That's
so
not
they
happening
lost by
again.
what? You telling me you don't think they could have won a 9 point game? Because that's how much they lost by. What, like 9? You telling me
No,
if TJ McConnell
109
stays
to
in the
120.
hold on. You telling me if TJ McConnell stays in the game, they don't at least have a chance to win that game. And I know it's crazy to try to put something on TJ McConnell. I know it sounds crazy.
they had a
But
chance
you
to win.
watched the same exact game I watched yesterday. You watched the same exact game. They pulled him with the second unit and put Tyrese Halliburton back in the game when TJ was going off. You leave TJ in the game, we may be having a different story, a different conversation. I'm not saying they would. I'm not saying it would. I'm just talking about last game.
The game was over in the second quarter. TJ McConnell
No,
made
it
it
was not.
interesting.
No, they literally had it down to 2 at one point.
But that's what I'm saying. Just because the team starts coming back, don't mean they. Did y'all ever feel like the Pacers
But
was finna win that game?
Bro,
I feel
Did y'all
like if
feel
when
it?
it's
Rick
a close
Carlisle
game,
would
I
have
usually
brought my
think the
boy
Pacers
in when
will
they were
win.
down by 5, they would have had it. When they were down by 5 in the
They
fourth,
were never
mind
close
you,
in the fourth.
they were
Yes, it
down by
was.
5 in the fourth.
Yes, it was. That's
It
my
was
point.
close. They were down by 5 in the fourth quarter. They were down by 5.
I never
But
was watching a game and felt like the Pacers really was gonna win. I was hoping they was making it close, so I could watch a better game. The first half they was getting smacked, man. That third quarter by TJ McConnell was the only thing. Then Pascal Siakam started kind of getting going, but I never felt like the Pacers was gonna win. I felt like
I'm telling you, bro, the
they
biggest
when
mistake they
your best
did.
players playing like that. Y'all remember when Ant them? I said
But
Ant
that's
them.
what I'm saying. When your best players are playing like
So how
that,
can you
and
feel like
yo
they was
one,
gonna win? You can't never feel like the Pacers gonna win a game like that if Tyrese Halliburton is playing like he was playing, bro.
that's
This,
why
You
I
never.
said if you sit his ass down and let TJ play more, they probably could. Bro, Indiana just one of them teams. I'm sorry. As as much as I'm like, again, I'm not one of them niggas that said Tyrese is overrated. I rate him exactly where he needs to be. They could have probably won that game if he didn't come back. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. If he didn't come back, I would have had more hope in them winning that game without him. That's just how I feel about it. His 4 free throws is not going to make a big difference. TJ McConnell is going to make the difference for me. Everybody else is going to make a difference for me. Somebody else that would have been able to have the ball in their hands other than Halliburton would have made the difference for me.
I feel like they was dead in the water. I feel like they dead in the water going into game 6. I feel like this is a OKC's favor. And I want to talk about OKC. JDubb is officially at the party, bro. He literally hasn't been bad in like since game 2, game 1. So he done had 3 really good games in a row. Chris, why you looking like that? What? Because now I want to hear you guys like, what? You said Chet was better too. So what?
they did not guard JDubb. They did not care about JDubb being out there.
Shea had 30. I'm pretty sure Shea had 34.
They did
JDubb
not.
had 40. So
They,
they just like, oh, you can have 40.
times he was left wide open. He had just Olay to the rims. Like, be for it. Now, I give him credit. He did show his tail. Russell Westbrook got more points in the finals than him, and as OKC Thunder, by the way. Anyways,
He did.
J-Dub showed his tail. But if we're being honest, like, Pacers were not guarding him. They did not try. The defense was actually very bad. But J-Dub, I will give him credit for being a
That sounds like an
relentless.
Indiana problem.
It is
I was
an
just gonna
Indiana.
say, like, what is JDubb did wrong in there? But keep going,
I
go ahead.
credit
What?
J Dub for being relentless. I credit J Dub for putting his will on that game and ensuring that they walked out of there with that victory. I do stamp him for that. So in that regard, I have to give it up. JDubb for now is better than Chet, and I will not argue that.
Hold on.
White boy, we heard it. What you say? Go ahead.
For now.
See,
I
no,
will not
because
argue.
I guess this is the shit I was missing in the goddamn group chats. You were saying
Yeah.
this nigga was better than JDubb?
Yes, he was, bro.
Bruh. I said Chet is
Go
good
ahead.
enough. I said Chet is good enough. I said they could get rid of JDubb. And I said Chet is
Whoa.
to be their second option. I said the only reason why JDubb is the second option is because Chet got hurt. I still stand by that. I still
I
think
mean, did you see what your boy Chet did yesterday on the offensive side?
Chet can't score. He great defensive player.
exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Like
very
defense,
important.
I'll give it to you. I mean, nigga, as tall as lanky as you is, you better swat something.
Man,
We got-
I think his instincts is crazy too. He
But
got crazy instincts on top.
but better overall player than JDubb?
No,
I
hell no.
don't know about that.
JDubb looks like a bigger Jaylen Brown. He's like a buff ass Donovan Mitchell bodied Jaylen Brown. Like if Jaylen Brown was built like Donovan Mitchell, it would be JDubb.
Yeah, man. I don't know
Does that
about
make
that,
sense?
dog. My boy.
Like in terms of, because
Nah,
you know Jaylen Brown kind of skinny in that 6'7" frame, and Donovan Mitchell is big in that 6'1" frame. JDubb
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you, Chris. This
Brown.
that nigga Chet Holmgren had a triple single game one. I don't know about that, dog.
look,
Didn't Chet go like 4 for 15 last night?
right, bro. Dang, Chet has some bad moments. He also has some good moments in this series offensively that you refuse.
Yes, moments. But Chris,
Yeah,
I will say this.
But there is no point where I thought that his impact was more than what JDubb was doing.
Facts.
I've never.
Especially JDubb play defense too.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like we act like that Jalen Williams ain't a two-way player that's still dropping 20.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting to think that the Thunder need a third guy. They need to go get a third guy.
Great.
I mean, I feel like Chet can be that, but he's just.
It's okay that he's not though.
It is.
I'm not.
I'm not finna diminish Chet to just some role.
No, see, you thinking I'm doing?
No, we're not trying to diminish him to a role, but like as far as just if we want to put it is like who I'm trying to get the ball to score is clearly finna go Shea, then JDubb, then Chet in that order.
I don't really want to get about the shit right
But
now.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
Nah,
but I'm saying,
I'm just talking about. You talking
not
about
right now, yeah.
Right
Right
talking
now,
about who's in the starting lineup. That's the pecking order. But shit, we've seen even in other series, Isaiah Hartenstein was outplaying him
Isaiah,
on simple pick and rolls and alley oops. So
I think they need like a bench scorer. They need like a Jamal Crawford type or something like that come off the bench.
Who is Aaron?
And you know, he cool. I like Aaron Wiggins. He just stepped up for them, but I'm saying they need somebody that could handle the ball. Aaron Wiggins don't handle the ball though.
Aaron Wiggins scored more than Chet yesterday.
No, I like Aaron Wiggins, but I'm saying you just bring in a guy that's specifically a microwave scorer.
Oh man.
The Thunder are fine. The Thunder are fine.
No, they're not because it's too much on SGA and JDubb. Sometimes they almost lost.
They're not gonna be able to sustain that, nigga. You got to think about all the moves that's finna get made on all these teams. Yeah, some of them is gonna be irrelevant. Phoenix probably finna blow this shit up depending on where the hell they send KD. I mean, Booker's still gonna be there, but nigga, they not finna be no contenders. I mean, Minnesota's still gonna be Minnesota. Denver's still gonna be Denver. But like a lot of these teams in the West, dog, they finna amp it up. And if OKC think they finna run it back with that same roster, I just don't see it.
Facts.
You can play all the defense in the world, but eventually you're going to have another consistent score. Like
they need another. But Chris, the defense is cool. They need another consistent score. It's clear as day.
Because you got to think about it. Who was the hardest matchup that the Thunder had in this playoff run? It was Denver. But look at how Denver's built. Like, Denver took them niggas to 7 games. They almost lost to another team that was matched up with them last year as a top 3 seed in the West. Like, they can be beat, bro. They just so happen to beat Denver.
Yep.
Because like even with this year, bro, I still think, I still think the Clippers or Denver, whichever one would have seen them, could have beat them. They just so happened to beat them, but the second round was they toughest task, bro. That was the hardest teams they had to play.
White boy, I think this is where Chris has kind of got beef. We're not saying Chet can't be their third best player, but we're not sold on him being the third best scorer. He's not there yet. And they almost lost to a team where Halliburton didn't do nothing. And JDubb and SGA both had over 30. That's not good.
I was just about to say, if JDubb just averages his normal 20 points, they lose that game. Shea did the same thing he does every game. But if JDubb don't go insane, they lose that game. Why couldn't Chet have 10 of them points?
He too busy covering up Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's no defense, haven't tell.
Man, as much as Shea be doing everything else, dog, I ain't even gonna trip on that nigga if he want to take a night off.
He has been looking a little shaky at these minutes. No, so bro, TJ McConnell getting back? No.
We're not gonna hear about that. We're not gonna hear about that because Shea's gonna win a championship beating the Indiana Pacers. But Luka, since he couldn't beat the Boston Celtics, he's a fat slob who doesn't play defense.
Yep, until proven otherwise. So get in better shape, nigga. I like Luka, but hey man, you starting to fall in line. You finna be behind Tatum and FGA now. You better take that personally.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thunder.
I mean, the Tatum thing I ain't really tripping on because it was just Boston. That was just too much for them niggas. But I ain't gonna kill that nigga for SGA getting ahead of him. It's like shit. He ain't seeing him home. We saw what happened. We always thought that the Thunder was so much better than the Mavericks, but even when that nigga Luka was hurt last year, they still beat him.
This is where I'm gonna give Shea props. Shea's not better, really, than Luka, Tatum, or Ant. Not really. He's just more consistent.
No,
he's more trustworthy.
I was just about to say Shea just does the same thing in the regular season that he does in the playoffs.
I trust him more than all them guys I just named.
Because he's gonna do the same thing. Like, because the way I look at Shea, bro, and it's kind of weird to say it because it's like he ain't a playoff riser because this is the same exact shit he was doing in the regular season, averaging fucking 30. It's the same exact thing.
Facts.
The question about OKC has been who else is gonna come along for the ride.
And that's the thing.
JDubb finally was this was the most consistent series that he's had. He had it at the perfect time.
Facts.
The perfect time.
And it's crazy because when I jumped the gun last year when I was comparing him to Jaylen Brown, and y'all trying to shit on me, and it looks like I'm right. And when I put him over,
you were wrong, it looks like I'm right.
But see, he was in year 2.
Congratulations. I mean,
he's in year 3, dropping 40 in the finals. Hey, how old is this nigga? Like 22?
Hey man,
give Chet the same benefit.
He's fumbling. He out there during headlights.
Chet's in year 2.
Year 1.
How about that?
Year 1.
I like Chet, but damn.
Yeah, Jalen Williams, 24 years old.
Oh, he's 24? God damn.
Yeah. This is 3rd year in the league.
Oh, he did multiple years in college. Yeah.
So
damn, so Chet like a baby. Chet like 20?
This is literally Chet's 1st year in the league. I know everybody don't want to keep saying second, but I mean, hey, he didn't play his 1st year because he wanted to try to play real defense.
He played last year.
Played last year.
No.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Y'all sure? I thought he was hurt last year.
Nah, he played in the finals against the semifinals against the Mavericks.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you know why you don't remember that.
You say he ain't show up, but he showed up.
He was there. I said, I know why you don't remember, but he was there.
Misuse of company time. Hey. Finding these niggas, man.
Bro, please turn in your key card. Like,
man,
what the hell?
Where you been? Look at Miss A, dog. You been clocked in for 33 minutes. Like, what you was doing? But Yeah, man. Any other takes on this finals? Any legacy talk, coaches? Real quick, coaches. Mark Dagnall felt like he has been terrible. It took him 4 games to go back to his regular starting lineup, man. Crazy. And all of a sudden, they ain't lost the game since. Crazy. But yeah, Mark Dagnall, I thought you was a great coach. You good?
I mean, I think he just tried to, switch up, how he wants to play him. But that was kind of wild. You ain't even go with your starting lineup one game to see if it was gonna work.
Yeah.
You ain't give them niggas one game to see if they can figure it out.
Nigga say you checkers versus chess. This nigga trying to play pot show. This nigga playing a whole bunch of games without that shit even being necessary at the time.
Man, that nigga was bringing out card games, Uno, all type of shit.
Anybody have any other takes on the finals?
So
it's man, Halliburton, you tried, dog. That's all I can say.
Halliburton not gonna get a. What do you think this does for Halliburton then if they lose?
Put him right back where he was at, where he belonged. More so ready to play in the damn league.
If he did, just goes out the window.
Yes, because now everybody's watching.
I mean, it goes out the window more or less because he didn't win the MVP. So it's one thing if he would have won it, but since he didn't, it's kind of like the Jaylen Brown and the Jason Tatum effect, bro. That's kind of what it feels like.
It's like, yeah, Tatum got a championship, but does he really? Like, for a superstar to win a championship and you ain't get the conference finals or finals MVP, it's like you damn near got a role player ring.
Stop it. So that's how Curry. No way he said that about Curry, bro. Be for real.
Everybody knew Curry ass was supposed to get it. That's why.
Yeah, that's the difference though. We knew the Curry was supposed to get it. Andre, like nigga, and that yeah, hell no.
When KD got him them 2 rings, so those rings don't count for Curry.
They count, but we knew that KD was the clear-cut best player on that team.
But
wasn't nobody saying that about Andre Iguodala.
That's what I'm saying, bro. DJ talking about it don't count because he not getting MVPs and he's supposed to be a superstar.
Tatum has no individual accolades, bro. He don't have no finals MVP. He don't got no regular season MVP. He don't got no conference finals MVP. Curry still got like how many MVP?
Don't he got 2?
At least 2
MVPs. Then he got he get the Western Conference Finals MVP. He got a Finals. Don't compare that nigga to no damn Curry, man. Sorry. Tatum ain't got no.
He got a bunch of All NBAs.
That's cool. So does Siakam.
Hey, I'm telling you, I'm not top 5 power forward, but you don't.
Yeah, he was crazy.
This would I was crazy. You don't think that would elevate how we see Pascal Siakam? And we're not saying, well, Tyrese Halliburton was playing with Pascal Siakam, who was a Finals MVP.
Unfortunately, Chris Dever told you we don't care about Siakam. Glad, man. No offense, we don't care about Siakam, bro. It sucks to say that. Some players we just don't care about, bro. We not gonna care about Siakam. If people acting like they gonna care about Siakam, they fake as hell. We not gonna care about Siakam, bro.
Y'all are lying.
we not doing it.
Y'all are lying. Anybody? When the last nigga used her and say, "Oh yeah, but that nigga Pascal Siakam, my favorite player."
Yeah, come on, man. Let's stop it. Y'all remember when I said, bro? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but haven't I been saying Siakam was better than Halliburton?
Yes.
And nobody gave a damn when I said it.
I mean, shit. It wasn't like I said you was wrong, but it's just like, nigga, hey, I mean, it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of times. It's a lot of niggas on that team that'll have a better game than that nigga. It ain't like this is nothing new.
Ray said you were wrong.
Aces is a team effort, so we not gonna single out Siakam like that. We just seen McConnell. We done seen Neesmith this playoffs. We done seen Mathurin this playoffs. We done seen like 4-5 different role players save a game in this one playoff run.
I feel like if Indiana wins this championship, then we're gonna say, "Oh my gosh, they were such a good deep team, and they were this and that." But if they lose, it's the Thunder beat the Pacers. So what is it?
Wait, what are you talking about?
No, we can't do that because the Pacers made the conference finals last year. Nope, we can't do that. It ain't the Pacers' fault that it ain't the Thunder fault that the Pacers beat the Knicks and the Knicks beat the damn Celtics. Celtics should have did something. Cavs should have did something. Well, the Cavs was hurt too.
See, but we discrediting the Pacers is what I'm saying. We just saying, oh, they just got here. We're not saying they're a good team. Do you not think they're a good deep team?
I'm not saying they're not a good team. I ain't saying that at all. I mean,
I'm not
nigga,
discrediting them
you don't make it to two
because
Eastern Conference Finals for
I
no
said they got
reason.
the best role players. Yeah, basically. I'm saying you can't discredit the OKC Thunder if they win it because it's the Pacers. Because the Pacers literally made it here last year.
Yeah.
Well, made it to the conference finals last year.
That's all.
So nope, full credit. You trying to knock Shea because you's a hater.
I ain't trying to knock Shea. I'm trying to say they shouldn't knock. I'm saying no one should complain about them beating the Pacers because everybody.
I think you more worried about what the hell we gonna say about Halliburton more or less the Pacers if they lose. That's what the narrative's gonna be. Ain't nobody gonna say shit if the Pacers lose. Everybody gonna point to that light skin nigga.
Yep, everybody gonna be like Halliburton. You.
That's exactly what. Nobody is gonna point to anybody else on that team because Pascal Siakam did what he was supposed to do, and everybody looks at all them other players as exactly what they are: role players. They are a team of role players, people that do their job.
That the game 4. Game 4 is the reason why Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will have an NBA championship. The Pacers blowing that was it. I do not think they'll win the championship just because they blew game 4 like they did, and that's partially on Halliburton, mostly on Halliburton. You are the point guard. When you have a lead like that, that is up to you to get them. You're supposed to be the superstar point guard. You get them home. You get them that 3-1 lead. You bring a chip to Indiana.
Yeah, I'm happy. That's all I'm saying. Cause I told y'all, bro. I feel so vindicated, bro. Because everybody just paid me. I'm like, bro, and it's so crazy. Bro, this nigga was hitting dagger after dagger, series after series. I don't think I would want it any other way to expose this man in the NBA Finals.
Stop it, bro. You wanted him out in the first round.
That nigga DJ was praying Damian Lillard was gonna come back from that blood clot.
Yeah, but him going so much sweeter.
But see,
I ain't gonna stop. That set the tone.
Him losing in the first round wouldn't have been enough for DJ. That's just the first round.
It wouldn't have been.
Nah. The fact that he made it all the way to the finals, made it all the way to June. Oh, this is just so bittersweet.
And what we need to say before we start wrapping this up.
Yeah.
Now he's going. If the Pacers don't win this year, now the expectations for next year. Oh, I can't wait till he crumble under those. Because now we finna have to actually think about the Pacers next year. We can't just say, "Oh, no, going to 2 conference finals and the finals, that shit ain't no fluke." So we're gonna have to have expectations for them going to next year, and I don't think they'll live up to it because I still think they not a top 4 team in the East next year. Well, they might be top 4, but
they might be top 4, nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. When you really just think about the East, I mean, of course, the only two teams I think about that might get better just off the rip is Orlando and Detroit. But other than that, nigga,
Pacers making the conference finals again next year. Let's just go and jump out the window.
You say what?
No.
Y'all think they making the conference finals? You said no, Chris?
No.
They make the conference finals again, white boy?
I feel like they could.
Man,
so if they don't, would you look at them different?
No.
It depends on how they lose. First, like it can't be no first round exit. Second of all, and if it can't be no fluky ass second round. Like it's got to be competitive. Like I can't be sitting here talking about all these turnovers and dumbass mistakes, and mainly Tyrese Halliburton just not doing what he's supposed to do. It's one thing like if you lose and you doing what you're supposed to do, but when you lose and you doing all this extra shit, turning over the ball and doing all this dumb stuff, can't get by a defender to save your life, that's terrible. Like that's the main thing. Like he can't get by nobody to pull off a shot until it's the last play of the game. He can't hit a step back until the last play of the game.
Told y'all. So
I don't know.
What's the expectations? What's the expectations for him next year? I want to see what the ball, because we don't never have a clear bar for this nigga, man. What is gonna be the bar for him?
The thing about it is, bro, you can't really set a bar on somebody that ain't that type of superstar for that team. Like you really got to just ask that he get you his normal 20 and 10,
That's
and
what
just
I
hope that he can be. Hold on. You have to for the regular season. You have to hope that he can get you at least his regular 20 and 10, but he needs to at least give me an extra 5 points. And be aggressive. Like it comes to a time, bro. Like We done seen some of the best point guards in the world that play just like him. When it's crunch time, we done seen them be aggressive, nigga. I'm talking about back to the 90s, even when that shit was frowned upon. When a facilitating point guard seen it was time to turn it up, they turned it up. And just think about just the old guard, Chris Paul, Rondo. Think about today, LaMelo, people that Trey Young, niggas that turn it up when it's time to turn it up. They might, take a back seat to get everybody else involved, but it comes to a point, bro, like you are making the big bucks. Get us home.
Thank you. You hear this, Chris?
That's my biggest criticism on him in game 4. They were up. He had the ball. He had the chance to control the game. He didn't do it.
But he needs to do that all the time. I'm not just talking about game 4. I need that from him all the time.
So that's what I'm saying. But I'm just trying to see, because this is what I don't like. So y'all see how certain guys will only get praised when stuff goes right, but when stuff goes bad, we really don't care. Tyrese Halliburton has put his hat in the conversation to where we care whether it's good or bad now. Now, if it's bad, we go be looking at you. Like when he was playing bad this year, and I kept coming on here like, say, man, this nigga stinking it up, bro. He ain't doing this. He ain't doing. Nobody really cared because everybody was like, man, it's Tyrese Halliburton. We really ain't got no expectations for them. We woo. Now, next year, it ain't gonna be none of that.
Man, it's with him. He's a unicorn, bro. That's all I can say. Just because of the way he plays and the way that team is, and the way that team is built.
Season, he can do whatever he wants.
Y'all being so soft, man.
No,
so
it's not that. It's literally okay.
No, he ain't no superstar. He ain't no superstar.
I never said the fuck he was.
Okay. So that's how we going with it.
But the only reason why I say that is because it's like he's not that. Like he's the only nigga that's a top paid player in the league on his team that we don't look at to be a number one scoring option on his team. He's literally the only nigga in the league that is like that. Like, if you look across who are the top paid players on teams across the league, nobody else is getting that pass because they can't get that pass.
Do you think
my thing is
go ahead. Player on the Pacers, though.
You said what?
The most what?
Most important player on the most valuable, most important player on the Pacers.
The only reason why people say that is because he's a true facilitator. But
I was just gonna say,
again,
last night
he's the only one that gets a pass when he's not aggressive because of everybody else around him. Trey Young don't get that pass. LaMelo don't get that pass. Ant don't get that pass. Luka don't get that pass. Tatum don't get that pass. Joker don't get that pass. Shit, Harden now with the Clippers since Kawhi had been gone for so long, they don't get that pass. When you are the nigga on the team making the big bucks, you generally are the one that's criticized the most. But because of the way that the Pacers are built and the way that, like, really, if we just gonna keep it a buck, bro, Tyrese Halliburton, for what he does, I mean, yeah, he's the facilitator, but, and I hate to be counting people's pockets, he's really overpaid for what he does. Siakam
I was just gonna say
Siakam should really be the top paid player on that team. Because it's like the impact that he's having is not LaMelo type impact. It's not Chris Paul type impact. It's not these new traditional facilitating. Like even Luka, bro, he's averaging triple doubles, but we're so awed by his scoring, we forget this nigga's really out here getting triple doubles.
I was just gonna say, to piggyback on that, you can't say you the most important if you ain't getting the buckets, man. You had 120-point game in the finals. No, I'm not doing. No, we're not doing it. At the end of the day, you got to put the ball in the basket. Everything is cool. Facilitating is cool.
I feel like you can say
you got to do both. Luka would give you 30, 10, and 10.
I feel like two things can be true though. I feel like that he can be the most important player just because of the facilitating part. But clearly, Pascal Siakam is the best player on that team.
I agree. Okay. I agree with that statement. I agree with that statement. That's what I feel about him.
But is importance gonna be what puts checks in pockets?
I think his importance is overrated. We literally seen it. Like you damn near just was saying he didn't need to play.
When you say that.
No, hold on, real quick, Chris.
Him hard are just as good as him. Then you saying doing too much. And then you're really undervaluing him.
No, I'm saying they collection of role players are so good, he get to skate by not scoring as much as I think a star should. Just because you facilitate don't mean you shouldn't score more. That's what I be trying to get people to understand. Facilitating is good, it's cool, but you also knew when you needed a bucket, Chris Paul was going to get to that midi.
Yeah, and he did it in the fourth quarter.
And he did it in the fourth quarter.
Like he took the shots, like he took his shots that came to him throughout the game. Don't get me wrong, but when it came time to close the game, like it wasn't just no one clutch shot. He was going to that mid range and hitting multiple middies. He was going to the rim. That's the most recent version of Chris Paul we saw with the Suns. Like that's what he was doing.
And he would do it all throughout the game. In the first quarter,
every game,
to stop a run, I'm finna hit a midi because they making a little run, and I need to bring us back in the first quarter.
Yeah, like especially if they on the road, like let me shut these niggas up real quick and hit this midi on them.
Halliburton let his role players do that part.
Mm-hmm.
We over.
And that's just another thing. Like Halliburton just ain't got that aggressive. Like he ain't got that dog in him to do that. Like. He just ain't got that in him. Like he'll have his games where he do go off, but to consistently do that, like I don't never see that from him. Like even in game two, I was like, because they lost the first game in the second game they won OKC. I seen them playing a little defense. I'm like, oh okay.
Lost the second.
Oh, they lost the second.
No, they won the first game. They won. Game 2, right?
Yeah, they lost game 2, won game 1.
Then that was game 3 then. That was game 3 then, and I'm thinking about that's my bad. I actually seen the nigga playing a little defense, like actually putting some real effort on defense. I'm like, okay, you do this every game.
Yes.
He might turn out, but it's like the shit that he does, like it ain't consistent. Like he pick a game, like, okay, I'm gonna be aggressive. Like, no, nigga, this is the NBA Finals. I need you to give me that every night. Every day. You can't pick, I need to play defense this day and just go off scoring. But then next game, I'm going to try to be a little more passive. Like, no. Keep that same energy.
Okay, final thoughts, because I'm going to need this to be under 130 so we can automatically clip. Last final thoughts on this finals.
It was a lot better than I think people thought it was going to be.
Yep. It's a great basketball, great games each game. Thunder in 6, like I originally said, though, I think. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Pacers win tomorrow or Thursday. I would not.
Okay, white boy. They don't win tomorrow. It'll be the Thursday. Sorry.
Yeah, it's on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
I mean, like I said, I wasn't one of them people that had Halliburton in no upper echelons or nothing. I'm still trying to figure out how these people that had him overrated had him rated, because if that's the case, then I'm just going to be the first to say you rated him wrong. And yeah, I mean, but now he is going to get criticized more, and he is just going to have to step it up a little bit more. I mean, it's set now, bro. Like, you'd have been to 2 Eastern Conference Finals in a row. So I don't want to hear nothing about, Milwaukee this, wherever they're coming back. No, beat them.
Am I tripping for thinking about this title for SGA is like Giannis' title, first title against the Suns? This is what this finals remind me of. When it was Phoenix versus the Bucks, when it's like, we finna feel different about somebody for the rest of their career after this finals. I think this is the first one since that one. And I think that was like 22.
I just hope that his team don't take that downfall spiral the same way the Giannis team did, because it seemed like after that, bro, it was just poo cheese. He took advantage of that situation, which as you should, but it was like after that, it just shit. You seen niggas start getting hurt. They started moving niggas around, starting trying to bring niggas in that clearly don't work with that nigga Giannis. I mean, shit, I was hoping Kyle Kuzma was gonna do something. That nigga need to go ahead and take his ass to the big 3.
Dang.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I know you say you got to keep it under 130, so that's all I got.
But all right, y'all. Dino's ball, Chris White.
Found some shit I love to do, so I can look comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind. Need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line. Any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I will never quit.